Hey yo, what is poppin' people? It is your boy, Young M, aka Little Monkey, about to climb them trees cause you know I'm about to get this screen. It is your man, Young Obama, in the Senate, and you know we do not regret it, man. And so, so corny. And so for today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about for quite some time, but I don't really see a lot of people talk about it, so I just wanted to get it out there. And these are dead specials. So, you know, to let you understand what I'm talking about, because this is definitely the first time a lot of you have heard of this terminology, I'm not talking about specials that nobody uses, right? I'm talking about specials that will still actively contribute to the game and even decide, you know, the outcome of games, even though you've killed the person who deployed them, the avatar or the player, right? And so these specials are armor, missiles, bomb rush, rain, booyah bomb, and bubbles, I'm pretty sure. All these specials, even though you've killed the hosts, they will still actively, you know, somehow be used. And so, you know, in my opinion, this is just a fundamental problem. You know, it's a really bad thing, because aggro specials like can't do this, right? Inkjet, hammer, baller, and splashdown cannot do this. When you kill these players, they cannot contribute any value to the game. Only in very rare cases, to where like an inkjet player or a hammer player, you know, they got a yeet or they got a shot off before they were, you know, sent to the spawn. But that's still more so just the fact that they were already gonna get that. You know, they just mechanically played well. So I you know, it counts, but it doesn't really count. You know what I'm saying? It's more so just like trading with weapons above anything. But I mean, technically speaking, it is a technicality, and I know somebody might tell me about it, so I'll mention it, right? But it just shows like the huge divide between utility specials or displacement specials in this game and aggressive specials, because aggressive specials in this game do not hold a candle to the utility specials. They're like the power gap is incredibly insane, at least in my opinion. I definitely do think it is incredibly insane, right? And so it's just really bad for the game, because positioning in Splatoon, especially in higher levels, is very important. Death is incredibly important. Death is so important that people will actively apologize and, you know, just shit on themselves if they're killed or if they're caught out of position, right? But we have things in the game that can just invalidate this sometimes, you know, and it's just really weird to me. Like, these specials will still feel like you have a fourth player. I think that alone, like, you know, some people, they might not get the weight or the gravity of that. But the fact that even though you're watching the game, you know, from the death screen, and it feels like there's an extra player, despite the fact that the team or the enemy team has man advantage, it's toxic. You know, it's just toxic in my opinion. It's just not really the best game design. And it's the fact that in cases like armor, to where the total deployment time or just the overall time to use a special is 8 seconds, and respawn time is 5 seconds. So deployment time takes 2 seconds, and then armor lasts through and through for 6 seconds, right? So you can kill the person as they're deploying it, and they can come back and they're already farming another armor while their team can still have armor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is incredibly problematic. Booyah bombs and bomb rushes will win games. Rain will actively force you into different positions. Missiles too. You know, those two actively force you into different positions and can affect, you know, the outcome of team fights. Bubbles are the most lenient, because bubbles actively require you to watch over them, but they can still win a game, especially if it's clan blitz, or your teammates can still pop them and get somebody out of position, right? So just the fact that these things can actively contribute to the game, despite the fact that you were punished for playing incorrectly or you were caught off guard, I really just do not like the concept, especially when not every special in the game can do this, and those that can are just already at such a disadvantage compared to the others, right? So a huge thing that I think would fix this is what I've called the sprinkler effect, right? And so, very simple, we all know how sprinklers work. Sprinklers and their presence on the map is tied to the player. If the player is dead, the sprinkler is dead. You know, that's how this works. And so I'm just wondering, why does this not work with special weapons? Why don't special weapons evaporate once they've been used? I think it's pretty fair, right? All these specials paint the map. That's the biggest issue too. Not armor, but you just give your team like an extraordinary amount of confidence, you know, for fighting. But these are still, like most of these, at least 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, all 5 of these will still, you know, they still paint the map, and that's incredible, right? These do more than Sprinkler do, and it's crazy how Sprinkler is at least better balanced in these things, you know. And that's just what I'm trying to say about this. I really hope that for Splatoon 3 we don't have any of these. From what I can tell so far, you know, because we've only really seen aggressive specials. Big Bubbler is the only utility special. Killer Whale too, but you know, Whale doesn't work like that, and Killer Whale didn't work like that in the first game. So 5.1 highly likely is gonna not be a dead special, right? When you kill a whale user, the whale is gonna be gone too, which I like. So no special so far from what we've seen is gonna work like that. Big Bubbler, maybe, but it's also the fact that Big Bubbler can't move either. So, and it doesn't paint, which is the big difference between Big Bubbler and Bubble Blower in Splatoon 2. A Big Bubbler won't be able to like paint the floor, so it's just gonna be this area that you can't access. But bubbles are an area that you can't access, and they paint, and they move, you know. So you know, already Splatoon 3 doing what has to be done, right? So shout outs to that. So you know, these are just my thoughts on it. It's a topic that has really been bothering me. It bugs me a lot because the special discrepancy in this game, and just the insane power gap between most of them. You know, as somebody whose weapons, because I play L3, all of my weapons do not have these kits. I only have Inkjet, Hammer, and Baller, and I don't play vanilla L3 because Baller is terrible, and I barely play Kill 3 because Hammer, you know, barely works. You know, it really shows me these things. It shows me like the incredible disadvantage I'm at a lot of the times, because you know, I'm over here trying to play the game fair, and you're over there dead and doing more than me, right? So you know, these are just my thoughts. I just wanted to air these out. If you have anything you'd like to say, you know, you can, you know, feel free to tell me. I like having discussions. You know, I have a Discord and I have Twitter. Do feel free to check those out if you're interested. You know, we don't like to force nobody here. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you next time.
Listen, I'm defeating every nigga, shredded objects like you all brighter than the sky of a spot fest, turn into a trapper foe, all these holes in his chest. Can't you tell I'm the sauce? It's just the way I'm getting dressed. Mr. Grizz, I'm the boss, can better let me down.